Fellow citizens, please look at this. Well, he did fire the gun, did he not? Is there any doubt in anyone's mind that what we are looking at here is a gun? Instead of admitting and maybe even apologizing, Malema wanted us to believe that it was a toy gun.
And that day, we said, as part of the act, we need to bring the cinema toy to demonstrate the shooting as part of celebration. If your worship pays attention, in the 10th anniversary of the EFF, in FNB Stadium, there was another act. That act was the stage going up. That's an act. So it's part, so every anniversary has got different kind of features to excite and to make it nicer for the people who are in attendance. Well, it's not a real handgun, because even here, there's no any handgun that was brought to this court. So there's in no way I can answer on something that is not even before this court.
Now that he's been found guilty, he no longer says that it was a toy gun. He now says that they were after him. Yeah, no? Anyway, is there any law that says that you cannot fire a gun in such a manner? Actually, there is. And here it is. The Firearms Control Act says it is a criminal offense to fire a gun in a built-up or public area without sufficient reason. Did Malema have a reason to fire the gun? No, he didn't. It was just for vibes. It was Malema trying to show his cult members that he's Rambo, and so he fired the gun. Did Malema have a license to have a gun? No, he didn't. He took a dangerous weapon that requires a license and used it in spaces where it is illegal to do so. When he's judged for that, he wants us to believe that it is a matter of race and not a matter of his actions. We are living in a country where gun violence has been a big issue. We have men in communities living by the gun, and they don't go to jail for their crimes. They play with guns on the streets and walk around scot-free.
These are some of the high-caliber weapons found. Police raided the area after reports that gangs were stopping taxis in the area, demanding payments of using specific routes. They then arrested a group of alleged gang members and seized about 50 firearms. The weapons have been sent for ballistic tests. The suspects are expected to appear in court soon.
Now, when a public figure like Julius Malema does the same thing and nothing is done about it, it conveys a message that it's okay to do these illegal things. Messing around with a gun when you have no license is wrong, and this guilty verdict helps to communicate this. It shows everyone that firing guns unnecessarily in a public place is unacceptable. There are places and situations where it is okay to fire your guns, and guns should always only be fired in those places and those situations. I mean, there are laws around firearms, and we should all live by the law, right? From politicians to celebrities and ordinary citizens. If you fired a gun in a public space, don't you think you would have been arrested? And if it was you, it probably would not have taken 7 years to get a guilty verdict.
Accused 1, in respect of counts 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, you are found guilty as charged.
7 years later, Julius Malema was found guilty. What are his comments after this? Listen to this, ladies and gentlemen.
Today, she passed a verdict finding us guilty, but she released accused number 2, which is highly appreciated, because we know that from the beginning, they've been looking for me. They were not looking for accused number 2. They were just playing games, and today they came out openly.
As for finding us guilty, us, who is us here? Guys, you saw the video. Who fired the gun? It was Julius Malema, was it not? So why is it that when he mentions a guilty verdict, he says us? Who is us? How many people needed to be guilty or innocent of firing that gun in a public space? One. How many people were holding a gun and using it when they have no license authorizing them to do so? One. Comrade Julius Malema. But now he wants to make it an us thing, bringing you into things that have nothing to do with you, and you need to wake up and see it. Instead of allowing yourself to be sucked into Julius Malema's drama, rather use this as a lesson to not be emotional or excited by silly things. This serves as a message that you might burn your whole life away if you mess around like this. Julius Malema says he was found guilty because they have been looking for him, and I believe it. AfriForum has been looking for Julius Malema. Why? Because of some of his comments and because of his insistence to sing the Dubulibunu song. Many white people hate him because of his racism, right? Many people dislike him because of his politics, right? Many hope to see him fail and not succeed in his wish to become the president of this country, right? Now, I don't like his racist comments. I don't like his politics. I don't want him to be president with the racism and those political ideas that he still holds. But do I want him jailed without reason? Absolutely not. Jailing him for no reason would actually create more damage than good. It would create a cause for his supporters. Deleting him would be even worse. It would be creating a forever glorified martyr. So, what should we do? Let him be defeated fair and square. Now, the question is, was he defeated fairly in this case? And the answer is definitely. Julius Malema did something illegal, so he was found guilty and is now waiting sentencing. It doesn't make sense for us to start acting like he's a victim of some kind. I mean, AfriForum used a written law, a law that was put in place by black people in the year 2000. Who did they put the law for if not for the people that fire the gun in public? Who should go to jail if not the people that use guns when they have no license to have those guns? The higher you go, you should know that you'll make enemies. The higher you go, the more you should try to avoid doing silly things. If you break the law, know that they will be after you. And the bigger you are, the higher you are. It's not just the police and the judge who are after you, it's the public too.
As a revolutionary, going to prison or death is a badge of honor. We cannot be scared of prison. We cannot be scared to die for the revolution.
Ladies and gentlemen, look at this revolutionary, the Gucci revolutionary who hangs out with smugglers, the Hyde Park revolutionary who uses his money to be flamboyant instead of funding the revolution, the Gucci revolutionary who wants to lie to us and tell us that you should not be afraid to go to jail as a revolutionary, right? But there is a difference here. There's a huge difference. Julius is being sent to jail or he's being found guilty for breaking the law. He's not being found guilty or being sent to jail for being a revolutionary, which actually he is not. What is the one thing that Julius has done that is for the revolution? Tell me one thing. He's an MP getting a fat salary, living and partying up with the rich and famous. Yes, every once in a while, he'll rock up in his red t-shirt and red overalls just to trick your mind into believing that he's one of you. But really, he is not. Malema is simply a bourgeoisie, whether you like it or not.
So whatever they want to do, they must know we'll never retreat from the ideas and the 7 cardinal pillars of the EFF. At the center of those is to expropriate land without compensation.
Julius, you are allowed to believe whatever you want to believe, but don't break the law in your delusional beliefs. You can believe that eating manure will make you taller. You can believe that taking other people's property will make everyone else rich. You can believe all those silly cardinal pillars of yours, but while you do so, please do not break the law. If you break the law, don't be shocked when AfriForum does everything in its power to help you face the legal consequences. And even if you dislike them, thank God for AfriForum, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, if it wasn't for them, do you think that the police officials of this country would have done anything?
Whilst you were there, was there any attempt to arrest you or charge you with any possible criminal offence?
No one came to us. There was, Your Worship, there was nothing that warranted any police involvement. That's why the head of Jock said to you, Your Worship, that it was one of the most successful, peaceful events. He even went to sleep. He was the last one to leave, went to sleep so safe. And not only that, he says to you, we were working with Marshal Dlamini from the EFF. We've never known such a cooperative man from the beginning to the end. These are the people now who must be projected by people who watch on TV as potential criminals. But the people who were with us there say these kids are the well-behaved kids. We sat with them the whole day, the whole night. Someone must look at us on some camera, which even the person who took that video is not here to testify to, and say on the basis of that, these are bad people.
Do you really think that the police, led by people like Bheki Cele or General Feroz Khan, would have done anything to Julius? Do you think that there were no police officers nearby to arrest whoever fired that gun on that day? Were there no police officers?
Let's take a look at this now. Public Interest South Africa has labelled the presence of a top SAPS official at the EFF Gala dinner as shameful. Major General Feroz Khan, the second in command in the SAPS Crime Intelligence Department, shared a table with those that bought high tables at the event. Teretebo Hokas is the chairperson of Public Interest South Africa, and he joins us now to tell us about their concerns. Thank you very much, sir, for your time this afternoon. What's the issue?
Thanks for having me. Look, the issue here is not whether a law has been broken or not. It is merely the optics as well as ethical leadership. What we see from Major General Khan doesn't inspire confidence to see senior police officials fraternizing with members of society, some of whom are in the crosshairs of the criminal justice system, and some have publicly admitted to being fraudsters as well as to have been involved in cigarette smuggling into these borders of South Africa.
Yet everyone left Julius alone. So thank you, AfriForum. Play stupid games and win stupid prizes.
The strategy has always been, you must try to charge Malema with everything. One day, maybe we'll find a racist judge who will find him guilty, whether he's guilty or not.
Ladies and gentlemen, if the strategy is as Julius says, why does he not make sure to not break the law? Why did he need to fire that gun in the public space in the first place? Why play with a dangerous weapon that you're not allowed to possess by law? You need to be a little smarter as a leader. Avoid associating with crooks, avoid speeding, avoid thievery, avoid breaking the law. Do what a law-abiding citizen would do. Malema failed to do that. He failed to do that. So even if the strategy is as he says it is, the point remains, did you fire the gun in a public space without reason? Yes, you did. The judge does not need to be racist. He or she needs to simply read the law and apply the law. If you were innocent here, Julius, I would have said you are innocent. I would have said it. I may hate your politics, but I don't want you to suffer for no reason. It brings me no joy. I would never wish for the law to be used in an illegal manner on you or on anyone else. I actually want you to come to a place where you become logical through reasoning, where you stop lying to South Africans about what will lead to their economic empowerment, and hopefully that day comes come sooner than later. But while we wait for your conversion, know that if you do break the law, Mr. Gucci comrade, you should go to jail. You broke the law here, sir, and you should go to jail. Of course, we might find another judge who will say otherwise. We know that that's a possibility. They may even reverse the entire thing based on some silly technicality. But sir, we all can see that you broke the law. And now you can see it.
Because they said accused number 2 gave me the firearm. Now they are releasing him, which means he didn't give me the firearm. Why are you not releasing me? When you release a person you allege gave me the firearm. By releasing accused number 2, the whole case should have collapsed. But the racist was looking for me, and that's why they could not collapse the case for racist reason, to appease the AfriForum, to appease the Oval Office of Donald Trump, to appease all the white supremacists of South Africa who want to undermine the dignity and the struggle of black people.
Fellow citizens, I need you to help me here. Did Julius Malema break the law or not? Yes, he did. But somehow the guilty verdict was to please Donald Trump. How does that even make sense? Did Malema break the law or not? Yes, he did. But finding him guilty of it is trying to undermine the dignity and the struggle of black people. Yeah, ne? I ask again, did Malema break the law or not? Yes, he did. But the judge that found him guilty is racist for doing so. Huh? Guys, who is the lawbreaker here? It's Julius. But the consequences are all because of white people hating him, ne? He would rather blame everyone for his own silly behavior, especially if they are white. That's actually as dumb and as childish as this.
Boy!
Who did this?
Look, the boy is drawing Bambi.
The wall is drawing. Who drew that? You did or Mummy did?
Mummy.
Mummy made that?
Daddy made it.
Right.
Julius employs a white security company. His political party was funded by a white person. The accused number 2 that he's talking about is actually a white guy. That's the guy that gave him the gun. He hangs out with white people all the time, but he wants you to know that when he breaks the law and gets found guilty of breaking the law, it is because whites want to undermine black people. Julius is one of the most well-off people in our country whose policies and behaviors undermine black people. When are you going to see it? Anyway, that's it for today. Please like the video, share it with others, and subscribe to the channel for more. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Katlego. This is Citizen Concerned. And until next time, beware of the comrades.